What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about which should come first, EQ or compression. There's a little bit of debate over this. I hear quite a few people talking about it, um, and I just wanted to give my couple of cents. So, first of all, just to get this out of the way, it ultimately it's up to you and your mix and your ears and your the needs and the what the song calls for. It's all up to artistic interpretation and all those kind of things. So ultimately it's up to you, but I just want to make the case for what I typically do. um, Typically I end up EQing first, and the reason for that is, as you can see here, I have on these guitars, I've added some EQ and then a little bit of compression afterward, just because I want kind of a high gain sound. Anyway, the reason being is you have your signal that goes into your track, like you've plugged into your interface, you've mic'd your amp or whatever you're doing. And you're capturing your sound, and that is the most natural, organic, raw sound. And so from there, in my opinion, the very first thing that you should be doing right after that is shaping the sound even further. So you've mic'd it up, or you've plugged it in, or in my case, I use a Line 6 500X, the HD 500X, the amp modeling, and I plug that into my interface, and then I hit record. So I've already started to shape the sound with whatever amp I've decided to use in my pedal, my pedal board, and then everything goes into my interface. And then, so the first thing that you should be doing really is shaping the sound even further. And so logically, the next thing that you would do after that is make the transients and everything more consistent. If you were to compress first, in my like the philosophical opinion, then what you're sending your EQ isn't an accurate representation of the frequencies and the tones and stuff, because you're just squashing all of the frequency. That's what compression does, is it brings everything, the transients down, it brings the perceived volume down, and it kind of squishes everything together to make it more consistent. So if you're compressing right off the bat, then when you throw on your EQ, you're not really getting an accurate representation of all the frequencies that you're going to want to boost or cut or whatever. So just wanted to throw that out there. What I think you should be doing first is EQing, further shaping and sculpting the tone, and then throw a compressor on it, so you can give the compressor a better representation of what it is that you're wanting to compress. If you think about this in another way, you can think about it in like terms of saturation or distortion, and then like delay. So if you had your saturation first and then you added your delay, you would be delaying your saturation. You would be delaying, a saturated tone, as opposed to the other way around. You would be saturating a delay. So it kind of works a little bit like that. Just wanted to play this for you really quick, so you might be able to hear a little bit of it. It's sometimes not noticeable, but it is a difference. So I just want to play this real quick the way it's set up, and then switch them around so you can hear it. So that's with our EQ first. Let's actually solo this out and center this all, just so you can kind of hear it. So come up here. Let's go. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can. It feels kind of lifeless. It sounds kind of lifeless when you put the compressor first, because, like I said, it's squashing everything, and the EQ isn't getting. You're not sending your EQ plugin everything that you could be sending it. So, Anyway, I hope this helps you in your mixing, path. Remember, like I said at the very beginning, ultimately it's up to you. It's whatever however you decide to shape the sound in your song. It's really up to the interpretation of the mixer and of the artist, the person doing all that. So, is there a time where you would want to throw a compressor on first? Absolutely, but it depends on the needs of the song and depends on the goal and the mission of the engineer. So just remember that, experiment with it, move things around, and do that with other plugins as well. Like I said, saturation and delay is another obvious one that you can hear. You should be able to hear rather. Any kind of modulation or delay effects like that too. If you stack them and rearrange them, and you start to get a little bit of a different sound. So just remember that and experiment. And I hope this video really helped you gain some perspective. If you learned anything from this video, please give it a like and comment down below. And I have some links down in the description as well. You can go to my website, www.gofrettofret.com. I'll leave a link in the description. You can go there and find my free ebook. It's called the Gain Staging Guide. Check it out. It's totally free. Just download it. It's just kind of get you on the right path to creating a better mix. So go over there, check that out, and don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.